Hello. It's Tuesday, the 7th of October, 2025. Welcome along to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is all about competing in multiple series within Real Racing 3 update 13.6. And this is part 14 of this mini series. Oh, I've lost my mouse. There it is. It's back. Right, game on screen and game audio. A couple of comments in the chat. On the YouTube side, White Pro 7108 says, I'm going to yap a lot today. Okay. Welcome along. Thanks for watching and thanks for yapping a lot in the chat. Come on now. I'm the one and only yapper, says White Pro 7108. And also says, still the only yapper. Yep. Yes, you are at this moment in time. Welcome along. Right, okay. So it's been a bit of a weird one. I had a few technical issues the other day. Basically, a piece of my kit blew up and needed replacing. So I couldn't. Well, I possibly could have streamed yesterday, but I decided to hold off. Just moved a few videos around. So there was a roller coaster video yesterday, and I can stream today. And the good news about it being a Tuesday is it means there is a new online multiplayer tournament and a new weekly time trial. It also potentially means, have we got any cars available with discounts? And if so, is it worth upgrading? And I think that's where we'll start today. So let's have a look at what we've got available. So there's only one car, the Acura NSX GT3. Now I think that is in the online multiplayer tournament. There we go. There we go. And he's got a 40% discount. Ironically, the other two cars are fully upgraded. Now, hopefully if I've got this right. No, I haven't. So I'll go back, select Acura NSX GT3, 40% discount, some discounts, some upgrades potentially to be had. Is it worthwhile doing? Well, first off, as always, there's no exclusive series. So you've got to be careful, I think, when a car hasn't got an exclusive series, what you upgrade. If we go to the series it's in 2. IMSA GTD Exhibition. Fully upgraded, no point in applying any upgrades then. The other series it's in is the 2018 season, also part of the IMSA GTD. That isn't fully upgraded, but if I was to upgrade any car, I would actually upgrade the Ferrari 488 GT3 because it takes me closer to the exclusive series that car is in. None of the other cars have an exclusive series. They're also not as fully upgraded up to this point. And I think really just to finish off my decision, it's also not particularly cheap even with a 40% discount. So I'm not even going to look what the total cost is. I don't think it's worth it as the only reward is 32 gold and there is no exclusive series for this car, which basically means I'd still have, if I go back in, I'd still have to upgrade the Ferrari to get that exclusive series. So you might as well hold off for the Ferrari. Obviously, Ferrari at the moment in the game, no discounts on upgrades. But you never know. A, it might return, or B, if I continue increasing the amount of gold going up, it doesn't matter. We'll do it at a later point. Ozil enters the chat, says, yo, how are you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. I'm okay, thank you very much. Not bad at all. I hope you are as well. White Pro 7108 says, I won the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute a few days ago. Well done. Well done indeed. Yeah, well done. Right, okay, so no upgrades. Now, there was only one car. So if I go to the weekly time trial. Yeah, there we go. The Ford GT Le Mans 2019, I believe, is the car on discount. I've already got it fully upgraded. There was a great opportunity in the, I think it was either the last release or the release before, where this car had a 50% discount. Plus, there was an opportunity of winning it in a series that it was in. But you know, there we go. That's how it goes sometimes. So again, to be fair, I've got two of the three cars fully upgraded. Blimey. So yeah, there we go. I'm gonna have a bit of fun, I think, tonight. Need to. I've not raced. I say I've not raced. I've not raced for a couple of days, so I might be a bit out of practice. We will start with the weekly time trial. Obviously, I'm expecting the Ford GT Le Mans to be the best car, but I kind of just need to get into the groove. So I'm going to start off with a couple of races with the 2017, then we'll move over to the Chevrolet, and then we'll do the Le Mans. Give them all a go. Right. Okay. So White Pro also says since winning the car has completed 25% of the series. Let's go, Jesco. Very good. Virtual medical Dr. Ayaka enters the chat. Welcome along. Says hello. Hello back. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. Right. Let's do what usual of being absolutely rubbish to begin with, and see if we can improve. I messed that up completely already. Now, unfortunately, it is one of the longest tracks in the game, so you can't just take a quick spin out with some of the other cars, but that's how it goes. At least the PR on all these cars are, oh dear, pretty good. I was almost off track then. You can tell I'm a little bit out of practice. Definitely not one of my quicker laps, but surprisingly, I haven't gone off track yet. Obviously, I've now spoken too soon. Braking sometimes when I don't need to brake at the moment. Just building up slowly in terms of getting back into the groove, hopefully. Some days it just doesn't happen though. Yeah, that wasn't brilliant. Well, that's with the slowest car in the series. So White Pro says both cars this week are at 40%. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think that's as good a deal. Oh, I had a 25% bonus there on the fame. I never bother checking anymore. Not when my gold's the size it is. I'm only in Group F. 17 seconds away from getting to Group A. Okay, but at least we've got a banker lap in. So we'll have a couple more goes with this. No VP reward earned. Let's see if we can improve. Didn't go off track. Wasn't the best lap. You'll see there as well, I'm not that far away from getting into going up a fame level. So another incentive available potentially for today. warming up a little bit. Second ahead of my best time. Yeah, that almost 2 seconds. Wow. Okay, 2.5 seconds quicker than my previous best. Warming up quite nicely. Might move on to the Chevrolet next. There we go. 3.5 seconds quicker. Right, so there we go. That's only to Group E, but that's with the slowest car. $151. Need a 139 to top my team, and quite a considerable improvement to get into anywhere near the top of the leaderboard. Gearbread asks, guys, how good is a 560 to 580 average and 650 peak rating in online multiplayer? I used the McLaren 720S GT3 with 2 or 3 upgrades, 6 wins, and 30 podiums in 5-day stint. Without even looking, I'd say that's pretty well done. 560 to 580 though, I think it's with what you've got, that's pretty well done, to be fair. But we'll take a look at that, the online multiplayer tournament shortly. I believe that should be earning you at least 5 or 6 gold, so you know it's not too bad, not too bad at all. Right, let's do the second car in the list, the Chevrolet Corvette C7R. John enters the chat. Welcome along, John. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello. Now, the worry on this car is it might not have the grip that Ford does, but we'll see. Only a little bit behind. You know what? It's pretty comparable, isn't it, really? I actually don't see myself improving with this car. Nip and tuck, I'd say. Now, I don't have this car fully upgraded like I do the 2017 Ford GT Le Mans. But it is giving my Shadow a run for its money. There we go. So not a massive improvement. So that being said, in the end, I was almost a second quicker. I think it's time to bring out the big gun. A 150.520. Probably still in E. Yeah, I haven't moved a great deal at all. Obviously, there's a massive difference between the Ford GT Le Mans 2019 and the other two cars, I'd say. PR-wise, they're not massively different, though. 87, yeah. Yeah, it's the grip and the brakes that are massively different, though. There we go. Right, okay, let's give it a go. Let's bring out the big guns. I need to go 10 seconds quicker. Ha! Well, it is quicker. Second quicker. Second and a half. Two seconds quicker. Nice grip there, though. Half expected it to slide. Wasn't having any of it. 2.5 seconds. 3 seconds. Still got 7 seconds though. Not on this go. 3.5. Not quite 4 seconds. But that's not bad. As a marker, a banker lap, I guess. 1:46.704. Bit to go yet. Bit to go. I didn't even look what. Let's come out. Let's see how we've done. Where are we? What have we got to do? Still in E. Whew. Thing is, probably everyone's got this car. And with it being 50% previously, I reckon a lot of people got it fully upgraded. Look at that. Right. But I'm still only 4th. Yeah, even in my team. Look how many, there's at least 5 people who've got this car fully upgraded. Wow. Okay. Let's see what we can do. We can obviously go a lot quicker. Let's see if we can. Now I did say if everybody had their car fully upgraded, I reckon I'm only a Group E player. I'm not far off being correct with that statement. Time to push it a little bit now. See where we end up. A second quicker. second and a half quicker. Seconds quicker. I mean, that puts me second in my team. Not a lot more though. So there we go. Not bad. White Pro 7108 says, now that I have the Jesko Absolute, I'm going to try to upgrade it since it has an exclusive series. I appreciate you might have missed the boat, but I would always try and apply upgrades on expensive cars when there's a discount. So if you can hold off till the next time there's a discount, that might be prudent. White Pro says, to me, it's fun to drive the Absolute. Yeah, it's a bit crazy though. Bit crazy. You've got to brake early as well, I find, with that car. A lot Goose enters the chat. Welcome along. Says, I feel so tempted to buy the Le Mans 2019, but I must endure for the McLaren Artura GT. Yeah. Ozil says, a lot, just buy... No, don't listen to Ozil. Ozil says, a lot, just buy it. Don't think we got one live. Right, don't listen to Ozil. Terrible advice. Now you've got to be shrewd in this game. It is you've always got a limited amount of gold, so you've got to maximise its use. And obviously, maximising its use is taking advantage of winning the cars rather than buying the cars, and then taking advantage of the discounts that are applied. It's the only way you can get anywhere in this game, in my humble opinion. But maybe I'm wrong on that one. White Pro says, I'm making progress in the Let's Go Jesco. Well done. Yeah, definitely, definitely don't rush into anything if you're low on gold, I would say. Take your time. These things will come around again, I'm sure. Unless it's a Ferrari. Apparently that won't. But hey, there we go. So I'm only in Group D. I'm 2 seconds away from getting into Group C, which is normally my bedrock position when I've got a car fully upgraded. But I mean, everybody's got this car fully upgraded. Well, almost everybody. So I've got to 10,000 position. Normally I find that I'm around about the 5,000 mark. But if everybody's got this car fully upgraded, it will be a lot harder. But we've got days to improve. I've got 2 seconds to find. And see what we can do. Up. Sometimes though, what you got to do is push your limit to know where the limits are and then bring them back in. That's what I'm telling myself. Try again. Okay. But we're up, a half a second up. I need 2 seconds though. Well, there's a second. Oh, no. No. Damn, I was doing really well then. Lost it completely. Let's try again. Now, should I push to get the 2 seconds in one go, or should I slowly but surely crawl those 2 seconds in over a few tries? So we're up again, half a second. Go. Second up again. Let's not make a mistake this time. Okay. 1.5 seconds up. Oh. Right, it's interesting because this car, it says it's grippier, but I've lost it a few times. A few times there. Let's try again. I think we've got 2 seconds in this car, so I reckon I can get into Group C. Okay. Oh, I've lost a bit of time there. Okay, maybe we just bank this and then we know there's an improvement to be had. Oh, how many times? Struggling. Massey Edge Gamer enters the chat and says, hello, hello, hello indeed, welcome along. Man, I do reckon I can get into Group C. But maybe I should just do it in bits, rather than trying to knock 2 seconds off in one go. Tell you what I am thinking though, do I need to... No, I didn't think I did. There we go. That's almost all the time needed. Cat caught. Just keep it clean now. Yeah, we've got 2 seconds. But dropping back a bit. Go. Like every 2 seconds again. This is where I kept making this. Oh, don't go off. Oof. Okay. I'm not going to get into Group C with this. There's a couple of areas I can improve on. That 1.5 seconds, almost 1.6. That wasn't bad. 1.612 seconds quicker. I'm pretty close now to getting to Group C. Now, hopefully I've got opportunity for another... Oof, right on the edge. You know what? I'm going to give it a go anyway. Probably won't do it. But let's have another go. So close as always to Group C. Pretty confident I can get there. Not with the car in its current state though. But we'll give it another go. You never know. Okay. Let's call it a day there. Right, okay, so almost into Group C. Almost into Group C. Um, that car will be back on Friday. And I only need to knock off 0.341 seconds to get into Group C. But the competition is, well, there's a lot of it, so it's going to be tough. Yeah, almost at my normal place of around about 5,000th. Not quite in Group C just yet. Okay, let's have a look at the tournament, the online multiplayer tournament. So, leaderboard. Let's have a look. Yeah, so so it was who was it was asking? It was Gearbread who was asking. There we go. So just in my team, there's a couple of guys around about the 600 mark. But in terms of what you've done it with, have you got different cars? Were we talking about the previous week, maybe? Now, look at the tracks as well, not the best. Red enters the chat, says hello. Asks any news on the upcoming update. I've not seen anything, but I believe it's next Thursday, not this Thursday, next Thursday, the release notes come out. And I'll be actually going through it on next Friday. So, yeah, keep your eye out for that. Right, what we're going to have a go with first. I think we're going to have a go with the Mercedes. Let's have a look. 229, 241, 79. Right. So what this car isn't brilliant at is grip. But as it's just me doing my first race, hopefully we'll be all right. Now somebody's already left. That's never a good start. Oh dear. What's going on here? Have we got another time where it messes up? Come on. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6 cars only left. So 2 have already left. The online tournament has definitely got a few problems at this moment in time. Come on. Nice inside that car. Still waiting 20 seconds. I haven't actually set any won any races yet, so let's see how we get on. Blimey. Okay, we are off. We've got 3 laps. Just got to be careful around this corner because this car's not brilliant on grip. Oh, messed up already. Oh. There's an example of the grip issue. Look at that, we've managed to pull it back into first place. In fairness, it's the car rather than me. Oh, whoa. All over the place with this car. Here's what I remember of this Mercedes being hard to control once you've lost the grip, and being quite easy to lose grip. Nevertheless, in the lead up to this point. Let's bring it home. Aaron C. John enters the chat and says, hello, Aaron C. John. Welcome along. Good to see you. It says, I am in top of Group B in the weekly time trial. I've seen your score. It's very good. Well done. Well done indeed. Lots of competition in this week's weekly time trial, that's for sure. What was that? Hope that wasn't the TV just about to fall off the the wall. Sure it wasn't. Okay. 100 points earned. I'm going to come out because I don't want to do the track that's coming up. I've got a minute, so I need to get cracking. I'll do one more race with this. So there you go. I've got 618. Now you might be wondering why I've only had to do one race to get to that position. It's because if you do it weekly, it normally starts you. I think it's either 300 or 400. So yeah, it becomes easier the more you do it, which is why I always recommend. Oh, I've ended up choosing the other car. Oh well. So I recommend always giving these two things a go. Right, well, I won't have a problem with grip, just with top speed then. Alright, I'm in first. Somebody's left, had a hissy fit. No need for that. I will say this car is definitely better. So accidentally choosing this in error turns out to be a good mistake. Somebody else has had a hissy fit and left. I don't know. Alright. First place looking good. There we go, nice and easy for once. First place, second victory in the online multiplayer tournament. Server verifying results. Okay, that was pretty quick that time. Hopefully confirmation of first place. There we go. 2-minute race. 87 points earned, rating up to 687. I might just leave it there because I don't want to do the Formula E circuit. I'm going to exit out. What's after that? Silverstone International Circuit. Right, okay, there we go. So I'm at 6 goal reward. Got a bit to get up to 7. Might come back to that a bit later. So this week is tough in both, I'd say. Tough in both the online multiplayer tournament and the weekly time trial. Weekly time trial, as I said, mainly because lots and lots of people will have the top car fully upgraded already. So yeah, I reckon it'd be quite a lot of competition. Okay, so what I'm going to start off with, because I've got a lot of racing still to do, is I'm going to focus initially on the Porsche 935. Now, not only does it have an exclusive series, it also has another series that I've not yet completed. So I can earn double amount of gold today. So I'm going to do a quick race, hopefully get it over 25%, earn 15 gold, which is not bad at all. And then I'm going to move and do finish off the series that is also not quite completed. I'm going to do the drag race. Technically, I only need second, so hopefully we'll be all right. One quick race in this, get some gold. Okay, guaranteed third position. So the race for second place. There we go, guaranteed second, and I think that guarantees 25% in this series. But let's see if we can get first, and if we do, we'll move away from this series and jump into the other series this car is in, for the possibility of earning more gold. Look at that, we've got it. Fantastic. So I did that purposely, so I'm just using the smallest amount of durability, because it will give me 2 opportunities to complete the other series that this car is in. And I believe it's the Daytona Speedway track, which is a hard track. I can't remember if it's the road track or the motorcycle. Whichever one it is, it's still hard. So there we go. That's another set of gold coming my way, almost up to 2,700. So we're going to come out of here now, and I believe I have to go into the legend section, scroll all the way across until I get to peak Porsche performance, currently sitting at 99%. Tier 18, I've got to complete the motorcycle course, Daytona International Speedway Cup, which is 4 laps. Should be achievable, but it can be quite hard, and as soon as you've made a mistake, you've pretty much cost yourself a victory. But I've got 2 attempts, so let's see how we can get on. Okay, that was fine. That wasn't though. Off track, up into 8th. Now I think I need to be in 4th by the end of this lap. There's a bit of work still to go, but the cars are quite close together. And causing myself some damage that might harm me later on in the race. I'm also going to do a bit of sneakiness, I think. Let me get back to you on that one. Yes, across here. There we go. Into 4th. That's where I wanted to be, but that's cost me acceleration. A bit of sneakiness there. Why not on this course? Because it is a hard course, and it's allowed. It's in the rules. That's how I look at it. Okay. Didn't go off, that was lucky. Oh, see, there you go, that's the problem. I've got 3 laps, 3 cars, so it's 1 car per lap. But it also requires really no more errors. Okay, I think I'm alright here. So I reckon I'll be in 3rd place by the end of this lap, because I'm going to do the same thing again. Oh. Well, that cost me. That cost me. Let's try that again. And that is the risk of doing that. I quit the game because there was no point carrying on. I knew I wasn't going to win. I'm already in 2nd in this cup. It's 1st or nothing. Maybe what we need to do is do it the proper way. There we go. I'm already up into 8th, that's pretty good actually. I think I can get a couple of cars on this corner here. Maybe even 3. So I don't think I'm going to bother with going off track on the chicane because it's just too risky in terms of damage. And I'm already in 4th. Go into 3rd, perfect. Perfect. It's like the person in front is both a Juventus supporter and an Arsenal supporter. Well, that's me guessing. Okay, there we go. Definitely better not to go off track with this car. There we go, into 2nd. That means I've got 2 laps to catch 1st, and I'm not a million miles behind them already, so I don't think I'm going to do any shenanigans here. I'm going to keep it as clean as I can. Overtake him on track. There we go. Alright, there we go, 1st. So I've got 2 laps to go to complete this series, and therefore earn more gold. Okay, we're doing all right. We're only 20-30 yards ahead of 2nd, but I'll take that this point in the race. Right, there we go. 3rd lap, 1st place, just ahead of 2nd. Let's see if we can extend that lead now. Alright, there we go. 1st place, penultimate lap just about completed. 1 more lap to go. 80 yards ahead of 2nd. Let's take it easy going into this corner then, so we don't make any mistakes. There we go. Yeah, so there we go. Keep it clean. Or lose, and then all the opponents slow down and you can beat them all. One or the other. Or a mixture of both, maybe. Here we go then. Final lap. 200 yards almost ahead of second. Barring an absolute disaster, I've got first place. There we go. Aaron C. John says all the cars fully upgraded, worth it in the long run. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So you maximise your goal when you're a little bit short at the beginning. And then once, I reckon I've entered what I'm considering the third tier. As in, the first tier is you've got no money. So you're better off purchasing cars only if they're R dollars or M dollars. Or oh, 1 second. If they're M dollars or R dollars, or winning cars in the events. Then I think what will happen is what then I think what will happen is at some point you'll find that in the events you've probably won the majority of cars, and so you end up with some money left over, and at that point you can start looking at taking advantage of the discounts, and then what happens next is you've got all the cars that have got discounts on them, and then you start accruing more gold, and then you can start picking and choosing about where you spend your gold. I'd still recommend avoiding, if you can, purchasing cars, but you should be in a position to upgrade the cars either to 100% if they've got an exclusive series, or just enough so you can complete the series. That's kind of where I am at the moment, and that's why I'm sort of like splitting it into 3 sections. Um, Melvin Lee says the Porsche hypercar is leaving the World Endurance Championship at the end of 2026. Oh, okay. Aaron C. John says, do you do the cups first for these exclusive series? I never used to. I used to do the quick races, the speed snaps, the autocrossers, and the drag races. Uh, but what I've sort of shifted as a strategy is doing the cups first, because even though it takes longer, it means it's a lot easier than afterwards to get the bigger rewards. So yeah, I've sort of mixed it up. I've flipped it on its head. Whereas I used to finish doing the cups, I now start doing the cups. And then in terms of the streaming, like 25%, it's normally elimination. And then 50%, it's normally like a head to head. And then getting to 75% and 100%, normally all that's left are the quick races. And it's a little bit more satisfying. Literally going from 75% to 100% in one durability sort of section on the car. Aloise says why they left. If you're talking about the online multiplayer tournament, then it will be due to one of two reasons. Reason one is they've got bad internet and they've just dropped off. Or reason two is they think they can't win, and so they think by leaving the game they won't be penalised in terms of negative points. But who knows? Aaron C. John says, in regards to what you're saying on the approach, the cars may repeat in weekly time trials competitions. Indeed, they do. So definitely keep an eye on that. And even if the cars don't repeat in weekly time trial competitions, sometimes you'll find they'll then be in the online multiplayer tournament and then the weekly time trial. So as long as the car in question is top of the list, normally, it usually means it gets a discount. So yeah, don't don't worry too much if you miss a car with a discount. Typically, the car comes back at some point. It just might be a few months, possibly even years. Right, okay, there we go. So that is the um, Porsche, was it Peak Performance? Porsche Peak Performance, fully completed. There we go. Peak Porsche Performance. Need to get that right. 33 gold earned. Takes me over 2,700. Another series completed. Right, okay, so how long we've been racing? Almost an hour. That's pretty good. I'm going to have a slight break now from earning some gold. Going to go into season 5, where we've got the McLaren Solus GT in the Hyperdrive series. I'm going to see, I'm sure I can. Oh, maybe not. What have we got here? Oh dear, right. Right, I'm not going to do Melbourne because it seems I struggle with that one. Going to have an attempt doing the Dubai Autodrome Grand Prix circuit. It's 5 laps. We'll only get one go, I think, with this. That's fine, I think. Or do I hire the crew? Do you know what? Let's do it. Let's give it a go. Let's hire the crew as they're free. Let's go crazy. Now, this isn't the best use of the crew, but again, I feel like I'm on top of the game at this moment in time, so I don't mind so much. You've got to be a little bit more strategic when you're starting off in the game with when you use the crew. What I'm hoping to do is win this cup and then open up the next series. Sorry, the next tier. Man, this is tough. Where do I break? I reckon about here. Alright, I'm up to 7. So that's alright, that's not bad. Might have a few dents in the bodywork, but you know, Eric needs a job, so that's what he can do. Eric, the engineer, frankly, it's all he's good for if you've seen some of the events that he's involved in. Alright, there we go. 6 at the end of lap 1, 4 laps to go, 5 cars to overtake. I'll take those odds. I'll take those odds. Okay, should get into 4th here. And yeah, that leaves me with 1 car per lap. And yeah, they're the sort of odds I like. Right on the edge there. But it did close the gap on 3rd. I'll tell you what, I still love this car. This car's awesome. It's definitely not the quickest, but the grip on this thing's awesome. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Just about kept 3rd. Alright, so we're a bit up. That's good. 3 laps to go. Only 2 cars to overtake. I see both 1st and 2nd just ahead of me, so far it's looking good. And you know what? There's an outside chance of going up a fame level today as well. And that means more gold. Oh, yes. That was beautiful. Into second. Oh, 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 oh. I think we're doing all right here. We're doing okay, not bad. 3 laps, and I'm almost in first place with another 2 laps still to go. But you know what? I might be able to sneak a little undertake it. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. 3 laps down, first place, 2 more laps to go. Let's bring this home. Man, I do enjoy racing this car. Why was this car not the marquee car of this release, i.e. the top car? I don't understand. I think it's to do with the fact that there is a push now in this game for more motorsports than road collection. That's what I've seen over the last 3 releases. It's very much been a motorsports update, the last 3 releases. In fact, if you look at this week's time trial and this week's online multiplayer tournament, dominated by motorsports cars. Ironically, that don't earn you M dollars though. Ha! Oh, look at that. Look, this is proving to be tough. I've lost the lead there. I've got it back. Okay, penultimate lap just about completed. Only just in first place, 20 yards ahead of second. One more lap to go. Okay, we are pushing away now, 200 yards ahead of second, looking good. With any other car at that previous corner, I would have gone flying off, but the grip on this thing is just awesome. Okay, let's bring this home. There we go. White Pro 7108 said, I honestly never expected the Solus GT to come to Real Racing 3. No, I can understand that. It's not an obvious car for this sort of game, but I'm glad it's in it. Ray says, have you maxed out the Solus? No, I haven't. Again, I'll be following that strategy of expecting this car to be in a future weekly time trial, and will be the top car in the weekly time trial for that week, and hopefully it'll have some form of discount on. And when it does have a discount, that's when I'll be upgrading the car, because I believe it does have. Does it have an exclusive series? If it doesn't, then no is the answer to that question. Can't remember if it does now. Have a look. No, it doesn't. So, but nevertheless, I will hold off applying any more upgrades until there is some form of discount on this car. That's always just been my approach. Pays dividend for the most part, not always, but for the most part. So I'm close now to really getting as far as I can. Now, if I can finish in the top 3 in the cup, it will open up the final tier, so long as I've done both the speed snap and the drag race. Might be a bit difficult on the drag race because the PR for this tier is a lot higher than my car, so we'll see. But we'll start with the speed snap first, 205 miles per hour. I'm hoping I can go flying around this corner, being a grippy car, and that put me in good stead. Yes. Am I going to get to 205 though? I think we are. I think we are. Yes. Well, we did. Did we get first? Get in. Get in. Red says, even if the Solus had a 50% discount, it will take at least 350 gold, probably more. Well, do you know what? It's still a lot cheaper than it being 700 gold. But as I said, I'll wait for a discount to be applied to this car, which I'm confident in the next release it probably will. Because I'm confident this car will be coming back in a future weekly time trial. Right, okay, so 87%, speed snap completed, on to drag race. Again, I'm not feeling confident about getting first on this, but you never know. I mean, technically all I need to do is finish third, which I've done. The point being then, if I finish third in the Melbourne Cup, that just opens up tier 20. That's my focus, I think, on this particular occasion. That and the fact the opportunity to drive this car is just so much fun. Maybe not in a drag race though. There we go. That's second guaranteed. Possibility of getting first. There you go. Hoo-hoo. Boom. Right, so it's on to the cup that I've been struggling with. I think I've had a couple of attempts at this and not got anywhere. Look how close that fame is. That's like 3 or 4 big long races and I'll be there. Probably not today, but I reckon when I do the McLaren Artura flashback event, I probably will get there. Okay, so the Melbourne Cup, 4 laps. Problem with Melbourne Cup is, well, it's too narrow for 2 cars' width, in my humble opinion, and you just end up smashing your car up, and you get turned around very easily. I'm going to have to be quite, I reckon I've got to be quite aggressive while also being quite careful. As I said, it's so easy to get turned around. Done alright here though, up to this point. Look, see what I mean? Look at that. Alright, okay, so 11th at this moment in time. Oh, yes. Oh, no, but where are the other cars? So that was a bit lucky. The downside, though, is the other cars have fled off into the distance. But so long as I can keep it clean, I should be able to catch them. Okay, so there's fourth and third now ahead. So my goal is just to get to third, so I can open up the final tier. There you go. Whoops, daisy, did you accidentally touch that car? In fact, I've got a real opportunity getting first here. There you go. See again, he almost tried to knock me out. Didn't work though. Position I needed, I'm in. 2 laps still to go. First and second in my crosshairs. Ha! Right, there we go, that's second. One lap to go. One car to overtake. And as always though, you see how messy it is, and this is the problem with this track. I think I've hit half the cars. Ha! Never known that not be the case with Melbourne. Oh dear. There you go, into first. Here we go. Boom. Red asks, do you think it will have an exclusive series? Possibility. What they used to do, although again everything's changing in this game, what the devs used to do is you'd get a car in one release and then in the next release an exclusive series would be had. So possibility. And asks, do you have a race team? I do indeed. At the moment, it is full. If you did a search for it, it's called 100%, 100, and the percent sign, which is a little bit cheeky because I'm not at 100%, but I did used to be a very long time ago. But that's the goal. That is the goal of the team. Improvement, heading towards 100%. Right, there we go. We have opened up tier 20. I've serviced the car though because it had needed servicing. 90%, that's pretty good. There's only 2 more races I can do, the endurance and the elimination, without applying any more upgrades. So I'm just going to take it as far as that, but that's pretty good. That's all right. That's not bad at all. Right, okay. So that moves us on to the exclusive series that we've got going. So, possibility of completing one exclusive series today, the Nissan Silvia R3 Spec. So let's have a go. Tier 3, starting off with Speed Snap. Le Mans. So I guess this is the long rush down the long straight. Yes. Okay, 173 miles per hour though. That's a big ask. Okay, what am I at? I'm close. There we go. There we go. Nice and easy. Well, I'm doing all right today. What a refreshing change. A lot could still go wrong though. Okay, so Tier 4 autocross at Francorchamps. This track has featured a lot today. Thank you very much for the subscription. Very much appreciated. Oh, you see there, didn't get first though. Did not get first. Got third, so I need to go back and improve on that. How close was it? 31.759 against 31.371. Okay, I think that's achievable. I won't spend a lot of time doing this. If I'm struggling, I'll come back to it a bit later. There we go. There we go. That was so much better. I think I only got second though. No, I got first. Boom. There we go. All right. So that's the autocross in Tier 4 completed. White Pro 7108 says, I like the Silvia R3 Spec. I like how it drives, but do you not think it just looks like somebody's just bashed on a set of bodywork on top of a car? It's a bit ugly looking, isn't it? Unfortunately. But in terms of how it races, it's quite enjoyable. Right, Speed Snap. So this will be one where you've got to come flying out of the final corner to hit that top speed. So I always find these can be quite difficult with some cars. I messed that up. Yeah, it was just a bit short. May have got onto the grass and that slowed me down as I was just coming out of that, going into that corner and putting the acceleration on. But that's okay, let's give that another go. Now I think that's better. There you go, nice and easy, 134 miles per hour. All about getting that final corner correct in terms of getting that acceleration out. Boom. Okay. So we're doing all right here. We're getting through them. We have got quite a few of the short races to do. But we're at 87% and already at Tier 9. So I think we're okay. Right, Tier 9, Autocross, International Circuit at Silverstone. White Pro says, it doesn't look ugly to me, but yes, it does look like somebody slapped body kit onto a Silvia and called it a day. So true, so true. Especially more so from the back. More so from the back. Oh, hey, there you go. Each their own, I say. Okay, how we doing? I think we're doing all right. I think we're going to get this. Oof. Bit wide into that corner. Managed to avoid the barrier though. So another first. And do you know what? We are getting close, pretty close to that. Not only getting to 100%, but also the Fame going up a level. Right, so tier 12, we've got Speed Snap and Autocross. Okay, so we'll do the Speed Snap first. Mount Panorama. Speed Snap, Mount Panorama. Which one's this then? Oh, down the hill. Ugh. There you go. I think I got that about right, I think. Find out. Oh, maybe not. Oh. I hit 185. I did get first. There we go. Oh, that were close. 185.86. What did second place get? A 185.57. So, okay. I mean, that's a distance, to be fair. Red ask, do you think the Bugatti Tourbillon will ever come to the real Racing 3? Honestly, I don't know. I've got no idea. I think if the cars are more motorsport centric, you've probably got more chance of cars coming into the game now. I do think they're moving away from, even if it's a special build or a concept. I do think they're focusing more and more on motorsports cars being added to the game, which is I think personally that's a shame. But yeah, there we go. Right, autocross, motorcycle course, Daytona International Speedway. Not my favourite track. And White Pride just says no. Yeah, he's probably right there. He's probably right there. It's a shame. I am intrigued what the next release will be like. Is it just going to be 2 new cars into the game again? Do you know what? If they carry on like this, I'll be able to do another game. And then I will actually be player of games rather than player of a game. I'm not going to do it. Oh, do you know what? Again, that is close. Do you know, I've been quite lucky tonight. Normally it would come up second, but I've done all right there. That's another first. Okay. %. On to tier 16. Autocross at Mount Panorama. Now this is a difficult one. Up the mountain, across the mountain, back down the mountain. Allegedly, if it is a mountain. But not just a big hill. That was close. Okay. What do I have to get? 52. Oh, this is now. Not a chance. Not a chance. Nowhere near. Nowhere near that time. Only got 4th. That's a whole second behind Okay, so 52.976. What's the bet in Fast Nigel? Doesn't get replaced this time. Oh, blimey, 53.371 is the time I've got to beat now. That's almost a second slower, so I do need to go quicker, but I've got an outside chance. I feel like I'm quicker. There we go. 52.8, I think that was. 52.764. There we go. First place. Would not have been good enough to get first on the previous race, but sometimes that's how it goes. It slows the opponents down, gives you a better opportunity as you improve to get first. Sometimes, though, they get that algorithm wrong on some of the events, and it's just crazy. Crazy. 94%. Tier 17, we've got a speed snap at the road course at Daytona International Speedway. Again, Daytona. But this I don't mind because I feel as long as you can get this turn correct, you've got a good chance of getting first. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. $176. There you go. 178. Pretty good. White Pro says there was a racing game that let you buy body kits for real money. I'm not sure I like that. I mean, you can spend real money in this game if you wanted to, but I definitely would not advise on doing that. Okay, so Speed Snap, first place. Another tier taken to completion. On to tier 18. Ugh. Autocross at the Formula E Hong Kong circuit. I'm not a fan of Formula E. This is where I'll probably struggle. I've got to do it in 24 seconds as well. Big ask. What's the betting I'll hit the barriers here? I can't see. I can't see. You always do this track at dawn or dusk and it's impossible to see where the barriers are. If you're as blind as a bat as I am. I think I finished 6th there. That was terrible. 26.182. Well, obviously we know I can do a lot better. Oh, I've got to do a massive amount better. Blimey. I was up for that. Oh man, I was on for that win. I did get first. Wow. Wow, I thought that cost me. Oh, wow. Look at that. So we managed to get first there, which means I believe I've just got one more race to take this series to 100%. I don't think it's a lot of gold though. 20 gold. Right, okay, so speed snap, Indy circuit at Brands Hatch. Let's give it a go. This is for 20 gold. I think I just messed up there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I need to take that corner ever so slightly different. Let's try this again. And I don't think these are going to slow down as well, so I need to get this right. I'm going to approach it wide and then turn in. There you go. I think I've got it now. Then again, I might not have. Fifth only. Okay. Bit of work to be had. Bit of work to be had on the final cup. Surely this time. There you go, 156. Got there in the end. First. And that is that exclusive series completed. 20 gold. All right, now I think what I'm going to do is I had initially planned to do 4 exclusive series. So I've done 2. I've got the Bentley and the Aston Martin to do. Now, I might do both, but I might purposely not take the Aston Martin to 25%. So I'm going to do Bentley. I'm thinking basically doing some longer races, if there are any. I don't think there are on the Bentley. Let's have a look, see what we've got. There we go. We've got a head-to-head there. Right, okay, we've got a couple of head-to-heads. So I'm thinking the Bentley I just take to 75%. And then I want to do some long races with the Aston Martin to see if I can just go over upper fame level. Oh. Although then maybe I shouldn't worry about it because we will go up a fame level tomorrow or Thursday. See, there we go. That is first. Should take that Bentley almost to the 75% mark. Lots of things going on. It's very exciting. It's very exciting times. Josu enters the chat and says, hello, Guardian. Hello, Josu. Welcome along. Thank you as always for watching and saying hello in the chat. White Pro 7108 says, my favourite car happens to be a Bentley. Oh, there you go. There you go. I bet you can't afford a Bentley, though. Or maybe you can. Right, Tier 11, another head-to-head, the Francorchamps Grand Prix circuit. Yeah. And as it's just a one-to-one, I'm going to get the inside, force them around the long way. There we go. There we go. Although they may then undertake us. There you go. As if by magic, I found myself back in second place. There we go, back into first. What's the inside of this car like? Yeah, boring. Right, so halfway through the lap, we're ahead by about 150 yards. We go. Nicely done. First place. Question is, has that taken me above 75%? I'm thinking not. I think I'm right on the edge. Well, let's have a look. $22 gold. So we have got to 75%. I'm going to carry on if there's any long races, but I'm going to leave the short races for the next time we've got this. So we've got a head-to-head there and a head. So we've got 2 more head-to-heads to do. So I'm just going to do the head-to-heads and then service the car, and this car will be ready then to go to 100% either, well, on Friday. The car will be back in the exclusive series on Friday. Weird noise this car makes. As it, I'm assuming as it changes gear. There we go, that is another first. White Pro says, my favourite Bentley is a GT3. I didn't know there was such a thing. So I wouldn't be able to drive it on the road, let alone buy it. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a voucher somewhere to go to like a race experience and drive 3 cars around a track. I do need to get that booked. And hopefully I'll be able to film it on GoPro, but I need to get that sorted out. That'd be quite an experience. And apparently as well, you finish off by then being taken around the track by a professional driver. So that'll be fun. If I get it booked, that is. Right, okay, 77%. Tier 20, the last head-to-head. As I said, this will be the last race for this car. I'll leave all the quick races for Friday. Fingers crossed we can then take this series to 100% also. Right, so we're in first. Just got to stay there now. Well, I'm doing my best not to, based on that corner. Okay, just in the lead. There we go. That is first place. And that's the end of racing for this car this evening. So I think I've got time for one more race. Don't think I'm going to get to go up a fame level though, which is a shame. But that's fine. So I'm going to service the car. So it will have a full set of durability available to take this series to 100%. Yeah, so we'll have one go with the Aston Martin. Let's have a look at some of the long races. What have we got? Suzuka. Let's have a look at Suzuka. 8 laps. Yeah, let's finish on Suzuka. It'd be good to hire the agent, I think, maybe. I don't think I will, though. Under normal circumstances, possibly would. But let's do the Suzuka circuit. It does mean I won't be going to 25% with this car today, but it will be back on Friday, where we will go above 25%. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to hit the fame as well, though, but never mind. One second. I think I've turned. No. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Right, need a better strategy here. Oh dear. Yeah, so this car is hard to drive. As to be fair, quite a lot of Aston Martins. Apparently, so I'm told. Or rather, Aston Martins in the game, anyway. I'm losing this car quite easily. third, so that's okay. I can live with that. Blimey, that was close. You know what though, that's okay. Third at the end of lap 1, 7 laps to go, only 2 cars to overtake. I'll take that. Especially with the car's grip being as it is. Alright, we're in first. I think from here on in we just sort of like glide. Right, there we go. I'm going to have a look at the Bentleys in the game, you know, because I'm sure there is actually a sporty model of a Bentley in the game. So I'm saying, oh, I didn't think they had a GT3, and I'm sure there's an equivalent in the game. We'll take a look at that afterwards. Let's get this race done first. So we're doing alright. Third lap, 200 yards ahead. Unfortunately, 5 more laps to go, not including this one. 6 in total, including this one. Alright, there we go. That is 3 laps done. I'm close to, well, I was close to 500 yards ahead. It looks more like 400. But the point being is I feel like I'm winning relatively easily. Yeah, I'm back up to 500 yards ahead a second. Not even halfway through the race though. This car is a tough car to handle. And when you lose the back end, it's hard to get it back as well. It's very easy to cause this car to slide. Alright, so we're about halfway through this race now. 700 yards ahead of second. Not quite caught back markers yet, but I do feel like we will do. So round that corner, that's how it feels. Slide away. Let's have a look inside. And obviously the car is smashed to bits. But yeah, again, pretty boring inside. But it is an Aston Martin. Nice and smooth, I bet, in terms of driving. Alright, so 5 laps completed. 800 yards ahead of second, 3 laps to go. Coming up to 2 hours worth of 2 hours of streaming, so this will be the last race, but we will just finish off by saying what's coming up. I've also got to spend a little bit of gold in preparation for Friday. Mainly because it's not just about spending the gold. After that, there's an $R upgrade, and I believe it's going to take a bit of time, as all $R upgrades do. They're not instant. I thought we'd kick that off this evening, ready to be completed tomorrow, hopefully. Okay. So at the moment I'm not catching back markers. Two laps to do that. So that is lap 6, just about completed. 1100 yards ahead of second, so definitely looking good for the win. Oh, hang on. I think my camera's frozen. I don't know how long it's been frozen. Oh, let me just sort that out. 1 second. There we go. Is that better? There we go. Sorry about that. I don't know how long that had been frozen. Probably the whole stream. Never mind. Right, let's carry on. Oh dear. Oh, I might have a bit of damage on this car. Never mind. Okay, coming to the end of the penultimate lap. Haven't really increased my lead over seconds. Maybe I'm worried about being caught though. Final lap. Okay, so definitely no catching of back markers by the looks of it. But this is the final part, the final lap. We're first by about 1,400 yards. Okay, we'll bring this home. I don't think I'm going to up the fame level. But we're not going to be far off. Might happen off screen if we've got a bit of racing to do, but if not, it will definitely happen, I think, in the next stream I do, which again I'll talk about. Oh, did I? I mean, that's so close. That is so close. Good grief! Surely there's something we can do to take it over. Oh man! I don't think you could get any closer. Right, 22% there. Okay, that pretty much ends the racing for today. 2,773 gold. I have got some additional gold to spend though. The reason being is because to try and keep some of the earlier series getting it closer and closer to being upgraded. So if I go into, you'll see amateurs done, pro-am done, pros done, working currently on expert. And let me see if I can find the car. Okay, so it's somewhere down here. Right, okay. So in Unleash World Series, you'll see there, I've already got it at 100%. But the car, that's the top car in that series, has an exclusive series. So even though this car hasn't got a sale on, because I'm doing quite so well on the gold, I can start now spending some gold on cars that don't have sales on, knowing I've still got plenty of gold left. So I'm really pushing in terms of getting that amount completed. The road collection percentage completion carrying on going up. At the moment, it's at 84%. So the reason why I've come in this evening is because you see there, engine has 3 of 6 to upgrade. Everything else is just 1. So all these upgrades up to engine, they're all gold. So I can worry about those on whatever day it is, Friday, I think. But the engine, if I apply this upgrade here, 50 gold, the next upgrade is 121,000, which is 4 hours. So I'll kick that off, and then we'll have a look at that tomorrow. Now, that will just mean the exclusive series is open for that car. I'm also going to have a look at one other car as well to start pushing forward, and that car is... Where is it? There we go. In Millennial Sports, the Ferrari F430, the Ferrari F430. Now, and you see there, I've just got one race to complete. The car itself doesn't have an exclusive series, so I just need to take it up high enough in terms of PR to be able to complete that series. Now, again, what I've sort of ascertained is it's cheaper to do the engine. You see there, 53.3. So I'll apply that. And then the upgrade after is R dollars. And you'll see there it'll be at 54. So that's just the cheapest way. So I've spent 60 gold, but I'll get back, if I can complete the series, 23 gold. That's not too bad overall. I'll take that. So they're the two cars I'm going to leave at being upgraded. You see there, I've dropped below 2,700, but if I do go up a fame level, I'll be back over the 2,700 mark. Finally, if I'll either do a stream tomorrow, Wednesday, or Thursday, and it will be the flashback event for Track Day McLaren Artura. Got the opportunity of earning 15 gold. I believe it's a 5-stage event, but also if I complete it, I'll get the grand prize of 100 gold as well. Scroll, there we go. Current total 31,500. I need to get 32,200. I might not even need to complete it to get that grand prize. So it's all looking good in terms of gold. Right, okay, so there we go. That is the end of racing for today. Plenty as always to be done. Setting up so we've still got plenty to go, even though we're completing series. Road collection sits at 84%. The exclusive series creeping up slowly but surely, sitting at 65% overall. We're getting there. We're making inroads into the completion. Right, let's take the game off screen, mute its audio. Well, that was fun tonight. Quite enjoyed that. As I said, I'll either be back tomorrow or back on Thursday with the flashback event for the McLaren Artura. You'll know in advance because I'll obviously schedule my stream, so it's on my homepage, ready to start at some point, similar time to what tonight's stream started. Right, if hopefully you've enjoyed tonight's racing. If you have, if you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up or a like. And if you'd like to see more of this type of content, then if you watch on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel The Fifth Guardian. And if you watch on Rumble, then please follow the channel The Fifth Guardian. With that being said, I hope whatever is left of your day is a very good one. And I hope to see you all in my next stream. Thank you and goodbye.